Hi guys, this is Lindsay. I wanted to make a quick video for those of us that are serving in children's ministry this Sunday. First of all, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully this video will give you some pointers for how the morning will go tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful day, so we're actually hopefully getting some of our 3rd through 5th graders outside. So I wanted to give us a quick walkthrough, especially if you are brand new to serving in children's ministry. This will hopefully give you some pointers. First of all, I'm not going to open the binder because it does show children's first and last names. In here, there is an attendance sheet. So as the students arrive, we do mark attendance so that we know how many students we have in with us in the morning. Also, at the end of the day, when they are being called out, we ask that the students stay in their seats and then also in the 3rd through 5th grade room while we collect their parents' stickers at the door. One adult will be collecting stickers. The other adult will be calling the students and making sure they're coming over quickly to get our line moving pretty quickly so that we can get everyone home. And so that's how we start our morning. Also, we get to choose what centers we want to place at the tables. All of the students come in into this room, K through 5. And the first thing they do is they listen to worship music and they do some centers until about 10:10. And then they clean up and put the centers away, and then they separate out the groups so that they can start their lesson. Now the lesson is over here. Today's lesson, if we look at our lesson plans, there is a different version for K through 2 and a version for 3 through 5. They are similar with some small changes. Everyone starts with the center time and then the separating of the groups, and then we begin with working on our memory verse. Now this month was a little different because of Easter, but we will go over our monthly memory verse again, and we will pray together. We do write down what the prayer requests are so that we can model praying through the prayer requests together and then praying the Lord's Prayer. It is in both classrooms, so if there are students that don't have it memorized, they can look at the sign up in the room to know what to say when we do the Lord's Prayer. After that, we get into our weekly Bible story. For both groups, it is Doubting Thomas, and both groups use the Bible storybook, the Gospel Story Bible, which is right here. And so this is our story. We read this first, and then we follow that up with what is in the lesson plan. We read what is in our ESV Bibles. In both classrooms, there are copies of the ESV Bible. In the K through 2, we focus on them just listening to that being read by the teacher. In the 3rd through 5th grade, we ask that the students follow along, and they can maybe even help to read it out loud. And then after it's read, both in the Gospel Story Bible and in the ESV Bible, we do the following discussion questions. This is just a jumping off point. We can go as deep as the students would like to go. It's actually really exciting what they get out of it. So for K through 2, it's a little bit more surface level. 3 through 5 gets a little bit deeper. And so that continues on to the back. And then in K through 2, they follow that up with a craft. So we do play music when they do the craft. The craft for this week is this craft. There is a direction sheet for how to do it. Every group will need their materials, which every table is numbered. So you see that's table number 3, and the materials are right over there. So one person from the table would go and get their material box and cup for their table so that they can have what they need for their craft. And this week, all they need is, that's the example, all they need is the paper that already has the verse on it, and they will trace their hands so that their thumbs and pointer fingers form a heart, and they'll color the heart in between those. And that's it for the craft. If they finish early, they can turn it over and write their memory verse or write the Lord's Prayer on the back. And so that is it for K2. 3rd through 5th grade is a little bit different. They have the lesson and the follow-up questions. And then it just says activity is TBD. We've been trying to think of ways to help this group bond. And so what we have decided is I put a few copies, like 10 copies of the craft in case if you do have a few kiddos who would like to do the craft instead. But I am going to leave this group with a box of chalk so that they can go outside and write things that they are thankful for outside on the basketball court with the chalk. We just ask that everyone be back inside by 11:15, so then that way they're back in here by the time service is over. This is really important to keep their behavior in line. If anyone writes or draws anything that isn't appropriate for church, then we remove them from the activity. They can come back into the K2 room or just have them sit off to the side, and they've lost their ability to continue with that activity because we don't want anyone to follow that behavior if they think that it's okay. The only other thing to do is that we are sending home these flyers today. This is one of our backup ones, but I already folded it. Is Camp Lebanon is a wonderful Christian-based summer camp that offers it for all of these different grade levels that we support in K5. And so I did not fold them because I think this would be great to have the kids fold their own before they take it home. And so it's just a tri-fold. And I'll have some copies in each group so they can take one and do their own trifold and take it home with them with their families this week, so that if they are interested in signing up for Camp Lebanon, there's the website on the back so that they can sign them up if they're interested. I think that's it for this week. If you have any questions, feel free to text me with any questions, and I will actually be serving back with you this week, so I will be with you if you need me for anything. All right, I'll see you guys in the morning. Have a great night. Bye.